Hi, this is Dr. Deepa Shetty here again, and I'm a health coach. I have been doing series of videos on mental health. This topic I had picked up because in my day-to-day practice, I see many patients ill because of a lot of issues with their mental health, and mental health is not taken as so seriously as it is taken on in terms of physical health, because physically if you're ill you're not able to function, and that's where people want to get rid of either pain or want to function to their optimum so that their routine work does not get stopped. And since physical body is the one tool through which you do this, you tend to give more importance to that than your health mentally. Mental health is also equally important, because if you are not healthy mentally, you tend to get it, or you tend to have issues with your physical health, because a lot of energy which are generated during the issues of illness of your mind, they do perforate across in your physical body, and then the body shows it. Thing is, we don't give importance to the illness of your mind, so the mind has its own way to show it through your body. So it's important to really understand that mentally being healthy and gymming your mind is also very, very important. So, what are the things which we can do to see to it that we are mentally also healthy? So, I did address upon a lot of things which are a day-to-day issues in our life, because of which we have stresses. But the most important thing which you have to remember is that everything comes from your thoughts. The way you think, the way you are thinking is the way you will feel. Feeling don't come first, thinking comes first. It's different that we see somebody and you feel good, that still has a thought out there saying that this person is nice, and then that's how you feel good. So the way you think is very, very important when we speak about mental health. So everything is all about the way you think. So now, from where does this spring from? I mean, the thoughts come from where? How is that? What are you thinking? And what are you thinking is coming from where? So thinking usually comes from the way we perceive world, the way we perceive ourselves. So it's a communication between you and your environment. So what the way you perceive the environment and the world, and the way you perceive yourself is very, very important in terms of developing the right, or I wouldn't say right, because right and wrong is not something which we can put it here. I would say the way we think and perceive the world and our own self is the base through which our thoughts are formed. The thoughts which can nurture us are something which is beneficial for us. The thoughts which drain us are something which are not good for us. So this is the simple tool to understand what is good for you and what is not good for you. So why anything drains you and why something nurtures you? Anything that makes you fulfilling within yourself, and that which adds value to you and to the other person in the environment. You don't exist alone, remember that. So you need to add value to somebody out there also when you are able to add value to your own self. So anything that helps you to do this is something which will fulfill you. Anything that makes you not feel good about yourself or about the environment around you, it's going to drain you emotionally also. Emotions don't come just like that. Emotions have their base too. When I say love your own self, understand what is love all about, because we all have different kind of thinking, different kind of belief system behind love. Everyone's definition of love has its own way. I per se understand love when I look out to the nature out there. Something which exists out in the nature teaches me love. The plants teach me love because they give me oxygen without any condition out there. The air teaches me love because it is all around me, soothing me, cooling me, and making me breathe. The food out there which the land gives me tells me about love because it gives it to me without any conditions out there. It just needs some parts, some in favorable conditions for it to grow. That's all. So we all need only a favorable condition for us to grow. But what we give is our choice. The way we give is our choice, and the way we react is also our choice. So it's important that we know to respond to the grace which in which we are living. We all, I hear it this a lot, कि मेरा नसीब ही खराब है. I have never been fortunate enough to get love in my life. I have never been fortunate enough to have lot of things which are favorable to me. Whether in terms of money, whether in terms of relationship, people often come up with this kind of belief system within themselves. I had an opportunity to attend Isha this time and hear Sadhguru. Is one of the person I love to hear, because what he speaks really makes me change my perspective in a very different way. I mean, he was speaking like we are all, in spite of whatever happens in your life, however the situations are bad enough, in spite of all that, we are in actually grace, because the air that we breathe comes to us without any effort, because the food that we eat comes to us because nature gives it to us. Even if you give filth to a plant, it bears a fruit for you. So we all are in grace already, and after that, what happens to your life is a choice that you have taken from whatever is there in your life. So how you want to build your life is very important, by really understanding the relationship that you have with your own self and with the environment. And for that, it's important to understand the way we think, the way we perceive world, and the way we take things from the environment. The way we are in a company which will make us grow forward, or the way we select things around us, whatever it is, it's your choice and it's your responsibility about your own life and the life of the people around you. First and foremost, even if you take responsibility of your own actions and of your own life, whatever happens to you in your life, you can change it. You have a choice to be where you want to. If you just take a responsibility of that and build a relationship with your own self, I see a tremendous opportunity to grow where you want to be, or to be what you want to be. We all want to be a loving and happy individual, and that can be achieved by taking a small simple choice. If something is not working in your life the way you want to, go through the series and your patterns of life and see if this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm getting. Should I do a small minimal change there to get what I want? Even in your way of communicating to your own self and others, if I communicate in this way and I get what I want, the result I wish to have, then can I do that? Change is a part of life, and it is a part of every life. It doesn't remain constant. Nothing remains constant, whether it's a good or bad. So importantly, whenever you're going through a crisis, stay there calm and believe that this will pass. It does pass. And then reflect back when you are in a better state of mind. Reflect back and see what one thing out there you could have changed to get where you want to get. And you will see. And sometimes there is no need of a change. It just requires you to be persistently there where you want to be. Continuously, in spite of adversity, persistently staying where you want to be and moving forward is also something which you can do. So really sit there and see, is there a habit pattern out there which is not allowing you to move forward? Because you can't control anything in the environment or any person in the environment. What you can control or what you can do is only about you yourself. That doesn't mean I'm wrong. It only means I want to take a choice to be a happier me. I want to take a choice to be a lovelier me, or a loving person as I am. I want to take a choice to be honest to me. So whatever qualities that makes you really feel fulfilling and good about your own self, get a hang of those qualities. Be in touch with them, and every day when you are in midst of adversity, be true to your own self. That helps a lot. Relationship management, then whether it is a personal or professional, will happen effortlessly, because everyone out there is a reflection of you. They all are dealing with the same problems and same way the way you are dealing. So we need to change the blueprint of our life to really understand their life too. And if you can enhance your life and enhance the life of others, there's nothing like that, because that gives you immense internal pleasure which you can't get from anything. Anything else is very short lived. This is something which lives with you forever. And this is something which makes you glow from within. And that is something which makes you more beautiful than what you expected it to be. Really. There is no expectations out there. There are no conditions out there to love. And there are no conditions out there to be what you want to be. So, build this relationship with you, understand the way you're thinking, see from where the thoughts are coming, which belief system it's coming from. If you want me to make a video on the belief system, I would love to do that. And really understand, can I change one thing out there to communicate what I want to communicate to somebody I love, somebody I would like to work with, and somebody to make them to make them feel better about themselves. If you have to really are dealing with somebody who is really not, sometimes you remember one thing in communication: listen more. you know don't listen to defend yourself or to explain yourself. Listen for listening, what's actually is the core of that other person, whoever it is. And if you need to raise your voice to make that person understand that you are really not helping yourself or this relationship, you can do that, but without any anger out there. But listen first. Without listening, you can't give back to that person what actually that person want you to hear. There are emotions out there too, like you. So please listen to them. That helps a lot in relationship. Listen to your own emotions too, because that is also important. Who else will listen? And you will find there will be hundreds of people out there who love you the way you are. I'm sure everyone us wants to have that kind of life, which is full of involvement in life, really exploring the creativity that life brings across on the table, and involving yourself so much that you forget everything. Every problem has a solution, and there is sometimes no problem. It's just that you need to be involved. Saying so, hope I added some value to your life and made some difference today to whatever problems or situations you're dealing with. And hope if somebody is out there really happy and excited, I added more excitement out there. Thank you for listening to me. Do subscribe and comment and let me know what else you would like to hear from me. Thank you. See you soon.